What's up? I'm back again and paid respects to George Michael. Now it's time to pay respects to the King of Pop. The day marks the ninth year anniversary of Michael Jackson's death, and no other artist in my lifetime, the most dominant artist that of my lifetime. Um, the man touched the whole world, 8 to 88. Before there was a social media, before there was the internet, this man was like he was amazing. There hasn't been anything like him since, and I doubt seriously there would be like him again. You could take 20 of the best acts combined, and you just ain't gonna hit the way that man hit. He was out of this world. He was really on another universe, and there's only like a handful of people that you see that transcend race, sex, class, genre, style, etc. in life. He was one of those. Sometime soon I'll be doing like album reviews of his great classic albums because this man was like a chapter of popular music. He was the definition of popular music. The A to Z. No one else has like done what he represented to creating so much style and technique and tone, and to do it to come from being a child artist to an adult artist, and you can sit there and debate which was his better era, his better time. He gave you so many chapters, so many. Also, as an African American man, the fact that this brother had a dream and a vision, um, broke down racial barriers and doors, the most important black artist post civil rights era, bar none. Because everybody that you can mention came through Michael Jackson. You can even attribute Obama getting to the White House because of Michael Jackson, and Oprah Winfrey, because he was the one, that young black male, that he paved the way in such a way that media and everything had to take notice of him. He was like that one that was like, there is no limits. You're talking about a guy that had wrote the history books of how, what you're going to do, and there was nothing to be afraid of. He was um, a mega personality presence. And forget all the other side dish stuff that people tried to use against him, because there's a lot of racism against Michael Jackson. Because the thing was, this black man had went out and bought that Beatle catalog, paid $50 million, did business with Sony, which who did very phony. Yeah, he called him out, time to all that. All that was racist. This black man was a board member. He owned publishing. The white artists, no one ever called Paul McCartney and the white artists for owning stuff. These record companies that pimp stuff and regurgitate formula. So he was a black man that was in charge. He was showing you how to get things done. He wasn't afraid to put it out there. Say, yo, this is what's up. Michael was an astute businessman, great songwriter, understood production, arrangements. He was a musician. He was an artist. Okay. Now listen to all that garbage that Quincy Jones be spewing and all that, because Quincy Jones, all due respect, he never hit with nobody else like he hit with MJ. Okay? I know Quincy's resume pretty well and his catalog of repertoire. He ain't had nothing else like Michael Jackson come through the pipes. He's had great artistry. But Michael Jackson was like dynamite. He was like a rocket that went into space, and that mother hit and just said, phew. You ain't seen nothing like that. So Michael Jackson was like, just saying his name alone, you were 100 times better if Michael Jackson wanted to cut your tracks, sing your songs, vibe with him. The brother was real, humanitarian, gave so much, and was like one most down to earth cat. Yeah, he had ego, cause king of pop. Yeah, he was big, but you know what? He's a brother from Gary. He was real with his, and there was so many layers to brother Michael Jackson. The brother touched a lot of lives, and he was more than just a great artist and humanitarian. He was a leader. He was a movement, and he was very deep and conscious about a lot of things. He was speaking about a lot of things that get taken for granted in the black community and elsewhere. So he was about the earth. He was about the betterment of social and the mindset, and he was very influential and inspirational. So I wanted to acknowledge on the ninth year anniversary of his passing. he's gone, but he sure ain't gonna never be forgotten because you got to put him right there with Beethoven and Bach and Mozart, whoever else you want to consider that's a transcending musical genre artist of themselves. Michael Jackson belongs in that. So rest in power, my brother. You are never forgotten. Peace.